We'll come back to that a little later. Ever since I was a kid, my favorite sport has been biking. We could ride all day. Trails, city parks, gas stations, it didn't matter. We got into BMX racing and later freestyle. This was the 80s. BMX freestyle was brand new, nothing like what it is today. By the way, check out those shorts. In our early 20s, we gravitated toward mountain biking. Some of my friends stayed with it, but most of us, for one reason or another, like school, family, and jobs, let it get away from us. 10 years later, the bug bit me again and I decided to get back into BMX. I was in my early 30s and it was a great way to stay in shape, have fun, and make new friends. Fast forward another decade and a half and here we are again. This time I put together a reasonably inexpensive mountain bike and hit the local trails. I figured it would just take a short while and boom, I'd be in the old form of my racing days. When you get into your 40s, the perception of time starts to greatly accelerate. Months turn to years and years to a decade in the blink of an eye. I mean, how much could things change in 17 years? Apparently, quite a bit. The fitness and the skills just weren't there anymore, at least not as easily. The mind was willing, but the body was weak. If you're watching this, you obviously like watching mountain bike videos on YouTube like I do. While I love watching the more popular YouTube channels, wishing I could ride every day, traveling, jumping, and shredding the coolest trails, the realization quickly sets in that I'm not in my 20s and 30s anymore, and I have a job and a mortgage and children's tuition to worry about. Not to mention a significant other that may not necessarily share the same passion. I started to look around to see if I could find any other videos geared toward older riders looking to start or get back into mountain biking again. And while I found an occasional video that showed some 60-year-old still killing it at their local trail, I'm guessing for every one of them, there are 1,000 of us that are just trying to figure out how to get up a tough climb without having a heart attack. So I'm going to start this channel from the perspective of an older rider. We'll cover a broad spectrum of topics that'll deal with folks who, like me, may not be in the best of shape, the best of health, or simply just don't get off their butts as much as they used to. We'll talk about fitness, gear, and a variety of topics as we discover and learn things along the way. It may not be epic or necessarily glamorous all the time, but we'll try to make it fun, informative, and more than likely, embarrassing. But most of all, I hope it inspires folks to realize it's not too late to get out there and have fun at whatever level of skill and fitness our bodies allow us. Be sure to subscribe to stay notified for new episodes. If there are topics you'd like us to cover, please let us know in the comments below. Until then, stay young and ride safe. Oh, and as promised, here's how this worked out.